What's going on, everybody? My name is Cgrave, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing our Skyrim playthrough with our mage Kasul here. Now, in our last episode, we journeyed to Iverstead. It was a long journey. We killed a lot of goats and animals on the way, but we made it to the bottom of the 7,000 steps. Excuse me while I take another one of those out. We made it to the bottom of the 7,000 steps, and now we are ascending on our way up to High Hrothgar. Get out of here. Yeah, serves you right. Anyway, we are continuing up to High Hrothgar. We're going to go speak to the Greybeards and have them teach us more about our newfound power, as well as help us out in learning a few new ones. So that will be good. I have a problem killing goats. I apologize for nothing. Okay. One thing that I like about this journey is you can just look out over Skyrim. Such a nice landscape normally, but the rain's ruining it today, so thanks for that, rain. We have a little journeyer up here just paying respects. Hello, Barknar, as you were. Alright. On our way, let's see if we can find any more animals to kill to make the journey a little less... Oh, there's a wolf. Make it a little less boring. I mean, there's only so much that I can say about the steps and the, you know, surrounding area here. What'll be really cool is whenever we speak to the Greybeards and we get the other 2 words of power for our shout, where we can start launching. Sort of similar to that. We can start launching shit off a cliff. That'll be really fun. Okay. I like how they kind of put the little snowdrifts in here. It's not always easy to see, and you know what? To be honest, it could have something to do with the fact that my graphics aren't the greatest right now because I need to upgrade my PC. But at least it comes through a little bit. At least you get a little bit of that extra element that kind of brings you a little bit more into the game. Hopefully I'll be upgrading my PC soon so that I have better quality for you all, as well as also speed up my rendering and editing a little bit. Hello, Karita. Ugh, you look like you've been through some things. Her face is just ugh. She's split, homie. Alright. Up the mountain we go. Still quite a little bit of a journey up to the top, unfortunately, but we'll make it here. I believe. Yep. There's a frost troll. Now these things are tough. They are very tough. One of the first enemies that you might really have a problem with. And as you can see here, I'm going to stun him, or at least shake him up for a second. Why our... racial, wow. Why our racial isn't on... Oh, it is on there. And of course, hasn't been a day. I don't believe that I have any potions. I don't. I'm gonna have to use a scroll. Sort of like I did for the other one. Okay. Let's see what scrolls we have. We'll use the fireball. Yeah, buddy. Okay. So we kind of just have to keep avoiding him here until our magicka comes back up. Wow! Holy shit! That was almost all of our health. Okay. Like I said, these dudes do not mess around. Come on now. Yeah. This would be a great time to have your Highborn ability if you're following along and playing a mage with me. But not having it makes this a pain in the ass. I think what I'm going to do, I believe that fire does better against them. I'm not entirely sure. But I'm just going to equip the flames. And hopefully... There we go. Okay. So fire looks like it's going to be the best attack against these trolls. And I'm going to, if it'll let me... I'm going to go ahead and wait for 24 hours, just so if I come across something else, I have my Highborn. Now, I don't think that there's any more enemies like that on the rest of our journey up here, but it never hurts to be prepared. Okay, so now that we've waited 24 hours, that'll give us our Highborn ability back, just in case we happen to run into anything else that's strong. I don't believe that there's any more enemies like that on the way up to High Hrothgar. I'm pretty positive, but I could be wrong. So hopefully we don't have to worry about using it, but since we've had to kill 2 trolls now without it, I'd rather have it and be safe than not have it and die. Because as you can see, with not having much of any armor on, those things will absolutely wreck your shit. And I'm only level 5, but if you're just doing the storyline like I am right now, you're probably going to be around the same level unless you're using more abilities more frequently. Like maybe if you're a warrior and you're using different kinds of weapons and you're blocking as well, that may get you to a higher level before you get here. But for the most part, if you're following just the storyline, you'll be about the same level as me, and they are very scary to take on at the beginning. I remember the first couple times I played through this game, I would avoid them at all costs because I died to them so many times. It was just ridiculous. But we made it to High Hrothgar. It wasn't that bad of a journey as I thought it would be. We're going to go ahead before I forget. We are going to deposit the item we were trusted with, Klimmick's supplies for the Greybeards here. And go ahead and store that. If I can push the right button. Okay. So we did that. Let's go speak to the Greybeards and have them teach us some things. Or send us on a journey. I don't quite remember what comes first. Alright. And here are the Greybeards. There are 4 of them. They all kind of look the same.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age.
You call me Dragonborn. What does that mean?
First, let us see if you truly are Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice.
Alright. Here you go. Well, let me. Okay, it's still equipped.
Strike out. Dragonborn, it is you. Welcome to High Hrothgar. I am Master Angir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here?
I'm answering your summons, Master.
We are honored to welcome a Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. We will do our best to teach you how to use your gift in fulfillment of your destiny.
What is my destiny?
That is for you to discover. We can show you the way, but not your destination.
Well, I am ready to learn.
You have shown that you are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, the second word in Unrelenting Force. Ro means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply. Ro.
So force balance is the first part of our shout here. We're going to learn Ro as soon as it comes over to us. Okay. Well, you know.
In order to use it in a shout.
Okay.
Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of Ro.
All right. Okay, let's see if it automatically gave it to us. I'm not really for sure. Okay, yeah. Force balance, Fusro.
Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear.
Okay, I was about to light them up. Okay. Give me another one. Come on, let's go. Or, you know, let's wait until our force recharges. If you don't know, up at the top there, that's your shout, like, indicator. So, when it's blue, it's not recharged yet. And you can see the white going across the sides. And then once it goes back to gray there like that, you can re-shout again. Alright, so we've demonstrated that 3 times.
Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn. We will perform your next trial in the Courtyard. Follow Master Bori.
Alright, Master Bori, let's go. Ugh. The worst part about RPGs, in my opinion, is anytime you have to follow an NPC, they practically crawl anywhere they need to go. As a non-patient person, this annoys the living hell out of me. But I'm not alone, I'm sure. Okay, we're in the courtyard. And he's still taking a year to get wherever he needs to go. I know your beard's gray, but you can't be that old. Okay.
You will now see how you learn a completely new shout.
Okay.
Master Bori will teach you wuld, which means whirlwind.
Wuld. Alright. Where am I going to learn that at?
You must hear the word within yourself before you can project it into a thum.
Whirlwind, whirlwind, sprint. Alright, we're learning wuld. This shout I think is pretty cool. It can be really useful. I think that this shout, in my opinion, is one that a lot of people don't use to their fullest potential. There's a lot of spots in dungeons and stuff where you can use this and get to places that you normally wouldn't be able to find like extra chests and stuff. Alright.
Stand next to me. Master Bori will open the gate.
Wuld it is.
Your whirlwind sprint to pass through before it closes.
Come on, open it. Wuld. Alright. Just call us the Flash.
Your quick mastery of a new Thuum is astonishing. I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself.
I don't know how I do it. It just happens. I was born this way. I wake up in the morning, piss excellence, you know.
To you to determine how best to use it. You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jurgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ustengrav. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return.
Why are the dragons returning? Does it have something to do with me?
No doubt, the appearance of a dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear.
Thank you, Master. I will continue my training.
Good. Then you will be ready for whatever lies ahead.
Who was Jurgen Windcaller?
He was a great war leader of the ancient Nords, master of the voice, or tongue. After the disaster at Red Mountain, where the Nord army was annihilated, he spent many years pondering the meaning of that terrible defeat. He finally came to realize that the gods had punished the Nords for their arrogant and blasphemous misuse of the voice. He was the first to understand that the voice should be used solely for the glory and worship of the gods, not the glory of men. Jurgen Windcaller's mastery of the voice eventually overcame all opposition, and the way of the voice was born.
Alright. Well, I think we've learned enough for you for now. So let's continue on. Let's go ahead while we're at it and just check the quest log here. The quest is called The Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. After demonstrating my ability to learn words of power and to shout, the Greybeard Arnir, I forget how he said it already, has sent me on a final trial, retrieving the horn of Jurgen Windcaller from his tomb in Ustengrav, a burial mound in the marshes of Heigelmarsh. Retrieve the horn of Jurgen Windcaller. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to butcher all kinds of names in this game just because I am terrible at speaking to begin with. So I apologize for that. I know the people that are really into the lore in the game are probably going to get on me about it. Sorry. If you can pronounce it for me correctly, I will make sure that I say it correctly. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hire the carriage here to Morthal, because that's the closest to where we need to go here. Anytime you need to travel somewhere, highly suggest that you, even if you don't have to travel somewhere, I highly suggest you go to the carriage and discover all the cities, just because as you move along, it's going to help you a lot to be able to find where you need to go and just get you where you need to go quicker. It's really nice to have all those travel points around the map. So it's usually something that I do early on in the beginning of the game, is just go to all the cities real fast so I have them as spawn points, or fast traveling locations I should say, and it always turns out really good for me. Makes things a lot easier once you actually get going in the game. You don't have to stop and travel back to a stables just to travel to a city. to get where you need to go. I mean, it's not a huge savior of time at the beginning, but I like to do things efficiently usually. So just a thought if you're planning on, you know, getting deep into this game. Alright, and of course if you're planning on doing the story or any other type of side quest or anything like that. Alright, we got some swamp fungal pods here. Go ahead and collect those. They're not as common as other things I tend to find. But it could just be the areas that I'm usually in. Okay, so we find Ustengrav here. I don't know if there's anyone guarding this. Okay, yeah, there's some bandits over here. Oh, shit. Oh, no! I did not put Unrelenting Force back on. That's a shame. Oh, it's like I've got a whole following behind me here. There is one. Oh, did not mean to do that. Oh, I think there's a necro. Oh, okay, we need to kill a necromancer. So, if you don't know, oh my god. Okay. As I was saying, when you're fighting a necromancer and the necromancer has other helpers, generally those are all, let me get this torchbug thorax here. Generally those helpers are all raised from the dead. And if you kill the necromancer, all of her pets will despawn as well. Let's see if we can get this deer over here. Yeah, buddy. I can hit something far away, but not something close up. It's really quite sad. Okay, so as I was saying, when you take the necromancer out, all of her raised enemies will also go down. So that's the easy way to take care of that stuff. Likewise, I also believe, don't hold me to this, I'm not entirely sure, but I believe that if you kill a master vampire of the same thing, oh thank god, a magic potion. I believe if you kill a master vampire, the same thing happens to their little sidekicks. I think they all go down as well. Pretty sure that's how it works. Alright, so we got about 5 or 10 more minutes left here. That glitch, man. Oh, we found a silver ingot. We got about 5 or 10 more minutes left here in our playthrough. Because again, I don't want to keep these too long. Alright, so they've got wards now. These are annoying as a mage because they can just block all the damage that you do. So the most efficient way to deal with these, in my opinion, is to just wait. If you're playing a warrior, you don't have to worry about it because you can just, you know, hit him with a power attack or something. We'll take that Staff of Sparks, that's nice. You just hit him with a power move or something like that. But when you're playing a mage, that ward blocks things really well. And I really need to start using mine more. Oh, we got a healing potion, a potion of the healer. The Draugr has some gold, that's always nice. Anyway, we need to start using ours more because it's going to be really useful, especially later on when things start being more of a problem here. But as of now, whenever you're fighting someone with it, you know, like I said, I just suggest waiting until their ward goes down because they can't keep it up forever. Because they're, you know, if they're a mage, they're like us. They don't have... Oh, there's a filled petty soul gem. That's nice. Magic regenerates 50% faster. I think that... Yeah, ours does that too. We don't really use any conjuration spells, I don't believe. Let me see if I have any. Yeah, I don't even have any, so I'm not going to put that on right now. There's no point. If we get a conjuration spell and we start using it, then I'll do that. But for right now, hopefully we can find a destruction spell. That would be really nice. That would be ideal. I feel like normally I would have found one by now. Ooh, conjure familiar. That's cool. We got some juniper berries as well. Let's use this. And let's go ahead and add it to our bar. Summons a familiar for 60 seconds wherever the caster is pointing. I'm going to go ahead and do that just to show you guys what it does. And that probably was not the best idea because now we just alerted all kinds of people. Way to go, dumbass. Lucky for us, they're Draugr. Okay. Still doesn't send them flying, unfortunately. But it's a little bit more of a... stumble, I believe. Come on, Magicka, recharge. Be gone from me. Okay. Time to gather this loot up. Alright. Potion to resist cold. So in my opinion, my humble opinion, I don't believe the Conjure Familiar is that worth it. Oh, Beehive Husk, Cyrodiilic, Spade Tail. I really need to eat those. Getting close on time here. I will eat those before the end of the episode, just to see what their properties are. I have to find a good stopping point. Okay. I believe it'll be in this room. I'll go ahead and loot all of this up. Empty. Empty. Okay. Potion, gold, empty. Come on, man. Look before you take. Look before you take. Can't even take my own advice. Empty. There's a chest here. Some gold and a potion. Some more gold. As you can see, there's a stone wall here. That's going to be where we come out at. So for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and loot this now because, you know, why not? There's another room over here. That one's empty, empty. That one has a garnet in it. That's nice. Gold and silver ring. Another potion of healing. I need some Magicka potions, man. They're holding out on me on these things. I might have to buy some. Or make some. Flawless garnet. That's nice. That's nice. Another healing potion. Conjurer's potion. Restoration increase. That's awesome. Restoration, as I've said before, in my opinion, is the hardest tree to increase. But, to be fair, I don't use Conjuration a lot. Sometimes I will use Conjure Flame Atronach. And I may still do that once we get further along in our playthrough here, just so we have a little bit of extra combat power. Okay. So I think I'm going to stop as far as going through the cave right here. I believe I'm at about 30 minutes, and I don't want to make them longer than that for you guys. But let's go ahead and eat some more ingredients. Let's see what the Beehive Husk does for us. That would be resist poison. Cyrodiilic Spade Tail is damage stamina. The Death Bell is damage health. Juniper berries Weakness to fire. The lavender resists magic. The nightshade will give us damage health. The nirnroot, damage health. Okay. The antlers. Oh, who doesn't love a good antler to chew on? My dogs do, but I don't want to eat them. Weakness to poison. The snowberries resist fire. Swamp fungal pod resist shock. Torchbug thorax restores stamina. The troll fat resists poison, and the tundra cotton is resist magic. Okay, so we know some more ingredients, and hopefully soon we can make some potions with that. But that's going to be it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. In the next episode, we will finish Ustengrav. We will hopefully find the horn of Jurgen Windcaller, and then we will be on our way to finish our journey for the Greybeards, and hopefully they will finish teaching us the rest of our Unrelenting force, so then we can launch enemies. And I mean, come on, that's the real reward here, right? Well, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what I can do to make this better and more enjoyable for you. And I will see you all in the next episode.